This spring, when Kershaw released the Duralock crossbar system, the Iridium design really stole the show. Because not only is it running on KVT ball bearings and it's got that smooth Duralock action, but it has a really refined style to it, but doesn't slouch on performance with that 3.4-inch blade at 0.107 thickness, so it is a wicked slicer. Well, Kershaw has picked up on that, and today they have released a CPM 20CV steel version with titanium handles. And this exclusive can only be found over on the Kershaw website. I've now used it, so we're gonna run down its performance and capability compared to the original and just talk about the design overall. But stay tuned, because I wanna say thanks to you, the viewers, and do a flash giveaway on this exact blade, and I'll give you all the details on how to get yourself entered in to win a little bit later on. Now, in the original design, it comes with D2 steel, which for 65 bucks is nothing to balk at. But when we look at this exclusive with its 20 CV steel, that is a huge jump, not only in corrosion resistance, because it is a stainless, but then on top of that in edge retention. The edge retention is gonna be much longer and much more noticeable over the original D2 version. So I think that's an excellent steel that they went with. It's very similar to M390, which we know is an excellent steel. So it is really, you know, now there's magnet cut and some of that, but I mean, M390 and CPM 20 CV is kind of on the close of pinnacle of most stainless steels that you're gonna find. Now, you can have really good quality steel, but if it's on thick edge and, you know, the stock is really bulky, then you're just getting a high-end pry bar. That is not the case, and is in fact the reverse on the Iridium series, and particularly this model, having that 0.107 thickness, so under an eighth of an inch thick, backed by those, you know, thumb studs. And it basically holds that almost all the way to the tip and then tapers down. So it's extremely slicey with that flat grind, giving you basically the best of both worlds. Maximum strength, because it has that flat or saber grind, but being really nice and thin for excellent slicing capability with that spear point blade shape, being able to pierce and penetrate, but still giving you a decent amount of ability to slice, better than some other kind of like, I don't know, gentleman folders, more elegant EDCs that may be out there. So it's giving you kind of this best of both worlds with an excellent swedge up top that just gives it a really good flair. So it's not just kind of a boring blade and you're like, yeah, I guess it's okay. It looks good, but then it also performs because of the thinness of the stock and the sweep of the blade. Now, deployment and lockup don't change. You have those excellent ambidextrous thumb studs along with the Duralock, which just flies on those KVT ball bearings, but still giving you solid lockup. I have like no rock side to side and none up and down. I mean, this does not have, it's not a loosey-goosey pivot area. I mean, it is tight and it's really, really fast and really, really smooth in the hand, just like coasts right there on those KVTs, but then goes in nicely. And because of the ambidextrous thumb studs that are easily actuated right and left, same with the Duralock, and then same with the loop over deep ride pocket clip with recessed screws. That's ambidextrous as well. So that is going to give you righties and lefties excellent execution and carryability. I love that the screws have been recessed, so that makes it able to go all the way down. It's terrible when they're, you know, like crowned screws on those pocket clips. The one thing that's the same with the original is there is quite a good flare on the pocket clip. It makes it easy to snag and grab your pocket, but you got to be careful of it. It can be a scratch magnet for your vehicles and things that you might be riding up against, or, you know, snagging onto corners of counters, things like that. So just be aware of it. It might even make sense to just bend that down ever so slightly, but, you know, that's a pretty nitpick, you know, detail. Then the other thing is titanium handle scales. From what I can tell, they still have the steel liners inside of there compared to the 6061 T6 anodized aluminum on the originals. But what's interesting is that even though it's titanium, it's actually heavier, this exclusive version, by about half an ounce to the original. The original, I believe, is 3.3 ounces or 3.2, and then the exclusive with the titanium is actually 3.8 ounces. So you can definitely, when you have them both in your hand, feel a little bit of a weight difference, still under 4 ounces for this style of blade, being almost 3.5 inches and all titanium there. That's not a bad weight, but it adds a little bit there to it. You have contoured titanium. It's not just a flat slab of titanium that has been stonewashed to match the blade with blue accented hardware, as well as pivot, and then a black backspacer. Now, this is the one thing that I would state. When it comes to actual looks, though, I kind of like the style of the anodized anodized aluminum a little bit better. The smoke gray and the copper backspacer pops a little bit more than just the stonewashed titanium on the stonewashed blade. It's not by any means bad, and I mean, it has that extra level of quality, if you will, because it's titanium over aluminum. I got titanium aluminum juggling on in my head. But actually, from aesthetics, I kind of like the way the original looks, but obviously is way out surpassing performance by the materials of the handle and the steel. Obviously, the handle's got to feel good, and this is a very full handle. Gives you great grip and great control to really handle a slick either titanium in the exclusive or aluminum in the original. I've never felt like it's slippery in the sense of its grip, because it has a really good cutout there for your index finger, and then that little hit of jimping really locks you into place. And I never had any concerns about like sliding up when I was doing harder work, say carving a feather stick or something like that. Even though I feel like this is more of just a general EDC, I wouldn't go camping with these tools. But if in a pinch, that's all you had on you, and you show up to a cookout, you're able to do some woodworking if you needed to, and the handle doesn't slouch in the comfort area. So that finally brings us to price. Now, the original, again, being $65, that's a great value for this style of lock and D2 steel, made in China. This one is also, the exclusive is made in China. And for the first 3 days, this is going for $170. $169.99 is what this is going for. Then after that, if there are any still available, the price will go up. So this is the time when you're watching this video to jump on this. If you're interested in that type of steel, maybe you own the original and you're like, I need Primo, or you've been considering and now is the time and you're like, I want to go premium. And when we look at other 20 CV steel blades with some form of a crossbar lock, everything goes for more than that with these type of handle materials and steel. So you're getting, I believe, a really good value for the materials, and obviously there's the performance to back that up. There will be links in the description below this video where you can just hop on over and buy this if you're interested. And I do appreciate Kershaw hooking me up with this model so I could tell you about it, but then give it away to one lucky viewer. And how do you get entered in to win? The giveaway is going to run on June 20th till 8 p.m. Eastern time, at which point I will pick a random winner. And in order to get entered in to win, just hop on over to the Gideon's Tactical homepage here on YouTube. And there you'll see videos, playlists, and then you'll see community. Click on the community portion of the page. There will be a post there with all of the details on how to get entered in to win this exact model. And in that community post, I will pick one random winner from the comments and get this shipped off to you. So good luck to all those of you applying and interested in winning this blade. So thanks guys for coming over and taking your time today to check out this video, and let me know, of the Duralock series currently, which one is your favorite? Is it the Iridium? Is it one of the other models that are out there? And what would you like to see Kershaw do in the near future with this series? So the ideas that you have, different maybe steels that you want to see. I look forward to reading all of the comments below this video. And again, good luck to all of those of you applying over on the community side for the giveaway. I invite you to check out the other video popping up and to subscribe. And until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.